These are the top 5 iPhone 12 rumors. How do you rank rumors? Let's go from exciting to super exciting. Let's go. At number 5 is all the new iPhone 12s will use OLED screens. The iPhone 10 went with OLED after years of the technology being around. The 10s continued this trend, but kept the LCD around for the 10R. Then there's the 11 with its LCD screen as well. OLED screens are great because they can show pure blacks since the pixels can turn off. OLED also does not require a backlight, so you can use the battery for other stuff other than lighting the display. Samsung has OLEDs on every variant of the S10. That includes the E version and the light one. If Apple goes all OLED, the change would also bring all iPhones into the modern world of smartphones, at least in display tech. At number 4 is the future of the Lightning port. Way back in 2018, it was rumored the Lightning port would be killed off for the iPhone. Instead, it would be replaced by USB-C. As we all know, that did not happen. Now a report by analyst Ming-Chi Kuo says Apple could be killing off the Lightning connector in 2021 in favor of wireless charging. Now generally, Kuo has a great track record when it comes to Apple. That being said, Kuo also predicted USB-C on the iPhone 10. Now USB-C did come to the iPad Pro, so it looks like Apple could be conditioning people to expect USB-C on a Pro version of the phone. And hey, the iPhone 11 introduced the iPhone 11 Pro, maybe the 12 Pro could grab onto USB-C. Either way, it looks like the future of Lightning is in doubt. It seems to hang around on for the lower end devices for Apple, so I'm sure it'll stick around, maybe on the follow-up to the iPhone SE. And number 3 is 5G. Look, I hate to say it, but when Apple adopts something, a lot of people start paying attention. You want an example? Apple puts wireless charging on its phones, and all of a sudden, Starbucks introduces wireless charging pads at its locations. Keep in mind, wireless charging had been around for a long time on certain Android phones, but it's Apple, so you get what I'm saying. Back to 5G, Apple is in an interesting position. It purchased Intel's smartphone modem business for $1 billion. The company is definitely trying to figure out how it can control every piece of hardware in the iPhone. Apple knows how important 5G is, and it's jumping to get it done. However, reports say that Apple will use Qualcomm's 5G modems for its first 5G phones, which should arrive this year. 5G was always going to be big, but when Apple puts it in the iPhone, people are going to notice. At number 2, a redesign. The iPhone has always had some pretty sleek designs. We frequently hear how it's gotten thinner, lighter, and larger screens with high pixel densities. However, it's been a pretty long time since the iPhone significantly changed its general shape. Look at the difference between the iPhone 3G and the 4. They were extremely different. I think the 4 is one of the nicest designs Apple ever put on a phone. We've been looking at variants of the iPhone 6 for an eternity now. Now back to analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, he says the 2020 iPhones will emulate the iPhone 4 in design. We're talking about a metal frame. Maybe it would look like a mini iPad Pro. That also has a very iPhone 4 design. I know that looks aren't everything in a phone, but changing things up every now and then is always a welcome change. And the most exciting rumor about the 2020 iPhones is there would not be any major price increases. This also comes from Kuo. This would be a little on the crazy side. Imagine all the iPhone 12s have a new look, OLED screens, and even 5G. Could the pricing stay the same? The iPhone 11 starts at $699. Could an upgraded one stick to that sub $700 price tag? I could see it creeping up maybe $50 to $749. That would put the 12 in the same price range as the 10R. Apple seems to have learned its lesson that charging $1,000 for an iPhone was not the best move. That's why we have this new Pro line. Regular iPhone? Well, that's under $1,000. Pro model? That starts around $1,000. I'm unsure if Apple can put together all the changes to a new iPhone and keep the prices in line with the 2019 phones. However, Apple CEO Tim Cook has always been great at the supply chain. So if anyone was going to figure out a way to maintain profits while throwing in new features, it might be him. If you guys want to know even more about what Apple is working on, definitely check out the Apple Core. It's a great show with excellent information. If you've got questions, comments, or show ideas, let me know on Twitter. I'm @Ayaz. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you online.